fans, of course, it's fight week. Jerwin Angkahas versus Takuma Inoue showdown is coming. 2 days to go. Well, right now, kasama po natin ang veteran analyst and journalist, Sir GM Siasat of GMA. Well, Sir GM, welcome back po sa aking channel. And of course, una ko pong tatanungin sa'yo, what is your thoughts and what is your insights on this fight between Jerwin Angkahas and Takuma Inoue?
I think this is a really good fight, a pivotal fight for Jerwin Angkahas. A lot of people say, and to some degree, I agree then na this can be a make or break fight for him, no? Jerwin Angkahas is going into this fight as an underdog, but you know, if you look at their history, if you look at their skill set, maraming tatanong, paano nangyaring underdog yung Jerwin Angkahas na ito? Mas magaling siya sa lahat ng aspeto at mas tried and tested siya kay Takuma Inoue. Well, the reason for that is because in boxing, you always have to look at the recent performances, and the only reason why si Jerwin Angkahas ay underdog sa laban na ito ay dahil he's coming off 2 defeats sa kamay ni Fernando Martinez, and he is coming off just a tune-up fight, a stay active fight, a stay busy fight with Wilner Soto. So ayun po yung dahilan doon kung bakit siya underdog sa laban na to. But aside of that, sa kanyang recent outing, kasi at the end of the day, Winter, sa boxing, you always have to, you know, it can be controversial, it could be this, it could be that. But at the end of the day, you look at what's on the books, what's on the record, diba? And you know, what's stated on the record is talaga namang natalo si Jerwin Angkahas doon last 2 fights, and yung Wilner Soto, again, it was an activity fight. So yes, that said, that's the reason why he's an underdog. But I think Jerwin Angkahas is the much better fighter, a much tested fighter, and you know, nakita ko ilang araw na kasama si Jerwin dito ay natutuwa ako dahil maayos na maayos yung kanyang conditioning, maayos na maayos yung kanyang condition going into this fight. So I think we have a very, very strong chance of having a new world champion early this year.
Yes, Sir JM. Anong percentage para sa iyo, Sir JM, yung chance ni Jerwin Angkahas dito sa laban na to against Takuma Inoue?
I think I'm going to do a percentage. I think I would give him 65%. Kasi here's the thing, no? Jerwin Angkahas, stylistically speaking, Jerwin is not much of a pressure fighter. Jerwin likes to box, he likes to counter, he likes to move around, and he likes to use that right hand, set up the right hook, set up the right uppercut, throw the left to the head and body. Ganun ang style ni Jerwin eh, di ba? But against Takuma Inoue, he will be forced to move forward. And sinabi ko na rin kay Jerwin yun, how do you deal with this guy moving forward is how you can win the fight. Kasi Takuma Inoue doesn't have the power. He has speed and he can box. But this guy, if you back him to the ropes, if you back him up and you make things uncomfortable for him, may tendency siya na sumabay eh. Even though that he's, feather-fisted, pillow-fisted. So, it's really up to Jerwin. He will have to get out of his comfort zone to win this fight. And however he does or brings his skills to the game on the offensive side of his game, ayun ang magdidikta kung na siya dito. And I think maganda naman ang opensa ni Jerwin. And the thing about this is, this guy can punch. This guy can, I think he will hit harder at 118 kasi alam natin nagkaroon na siya ng mga problema sa timbang noon. And I think this is just a better weight for him. So, let's see what happens. Ilang tulog na lang ba? 2 tulog na lang. I guess we're all excited. Top to bottom, maganda yung card dito sa Japan. So, I can't wait.
Yes, sir. So, third question ko po sa iyo, Sir JM. Ano ba yung kayang ibigay ng Takuma Inoue on this fight? What is his fighting style?
Sabi ko nga kay Jerwin, sa laban na ito, ikaw ang aabante dito. Ikaw ang aabante. I see Takuma Inoue using his jab, using his speed, is trying to box circles in the ring. Ganun na naman gagawin niya kasi at the end of the day, Winter, again, he doesn't possess the power. Lahat ng bigat ng kamay, lahat ng lakas, napunta dun sa kanyang kuya. Walang itinira, walang ipinasa yung DNA ng strength. Walang inilimos dito kay Takuma, no? So, how do you beat Jerwin Angkahas? Jerwin Angkahas can take a punch. As you know, isipin mo, against Fernando Martinez, medyo, na siya nun eh, hirap na siya sa timbang. Kita-kita naman natin, hindi na sekreto yon at that time. But he still went 12 rounds with the Martinez. So it's not like Takuma Inoue is going to all of a sudden have the power to stop this guy. No, but then again, outboxing someone as Jerwin Ancajas, it won't be easy too. Kasi again, his skill set, I firmly believe that Jerwin Ancajas is the much more skilled fighter. But then again, ang daming factors dito, Jerwin eh. Kasi ang lumalabas talaga yung skills Winter. Ang lumalabas talaga yung skills ng Jerwin kapag he's on the counter-punching side. When you back him up, and even though nakita naman natin siya before na umaabante rin at nakakakuha na but yung skill set niya talaga, the way I see him is really of a boxer. How he transitions from a boxer to someone who would have to go on the offensive against Takuma Inoue is really the big question here. If he can transition that skill from defensive to offensive, nako, ang laki ng chance natin manalo dito. And mind you, I wouldn't even be surprised kung manalo dito si Jerwin via stoppage.
Yes, sir. So alam naman natin, Sir GM, may mga history na rin ng pagbagsak yung Takuma Inoue. Ano ba, Sir GM, yung nakikita mong buta sa laro ng Takuma Inoue?
Well, yun nga, sabi ko nga kanina, if he gets uncomfortable in there, if you pressure him, if you back him to the ropes, talagang hindi mo siya bigyan ng space, may chance na may chance talaga siya na makipagsabayan, especially when you corner him and when you make him you can force him to fight in the pocket on the inside. Nangyayari sa kanya who's this? Teka, titingnan ko sa box here. I forgot this. That guy again. I think that's Furuhashi na fight niya. I forgot which one he was forced to fight on the inside and talagang makikita mo to si Takuma talaga nagkakandabasag din ang mukha kasi meron siyang tendency na yun nga, even though he's pillow-fisted, may tendency na mapagsabayan, makipagbugbugan sa loob. So, that's one. Because Jerwin Ancajas, he do that against Jerwin, ang ganda ng kamay ng Jerwin. But then again, Jerwin is also at the same time, he's also not an inside fighter Diba? So, yun nga ang dito, that's going to be the question. You know that this guy will try to box circles. You know that this guy will use his jab. He's going to use his 1-2. Na kay Jerwin ito How do you make him uncomfortable enough? How do you back him to that wall to take him out of his comfort zone? Kasi, this fight is being held in Japan. And if it goes to the scorecards, we might not get favorable results. So, every round, and yun naman ang ginawa ng Team Ancajas dito, every round, he has to dominate, he has to work very hard, and he has to be impressive in those rounds.
Yes, Sir JM. So, speaking of Takuma Inoue, do you think, Sir JM, na masyadong ina-underestimate ng ibang mga Japanese tsaka nung Team Takuma, yung Team Inoue, itong si Jerwin Ancajas?
Nakakatawa kasi odds makers, biglang all of a sudden, kanina tinanong ko parang 2.5 underdog si Jerwin So parang kapag tumaya ka ng 1,000, ang balik sa 2,500. So again, it's not that he is being underestimated, but in boxing, it's just that the analytics, when you make an analysis, when you make a prediction, it's always based on your recent performances. Yun lang naman talaga Diba? Kasi kung titingnan naman natin yung naging run ni Jerwin outside of Daniel Martinez, even though nagka-problema na siya, yung kay Jonathan Rodriguez, kasi talagang lumalabas na doon na yung issues niya sa 10-pound stipulation ng IBF, maganda naman yung naging run niya outside ng Alexander Santiago. I mean, everything else, kasi Santiago medyo nag-gas out din siya doon kasi he tried to finish the guy in the early going, di ba? Ang galing pala, nagulat sila. Opo siya, antibay rin pala. So he wasn't able to pace himself. But everything considered, I just really believe and think that Jerwin is the overall better fighter. But again, kanina ko sinasabi, we have to look at the past few fights, the recent performances, and again, it's just so happens na nanggaling sa dalawang talo si Jerwin and a tuna fight and a stay busy fight with Wilner Soto, and that's why he's in that position. So it's not about being underestimated. Again, at the end of the day, what's in the books, what's the end result is the most important for these people, and that's the fact Ayun yung established fact kung tawagin natin. So when you're looking at Takuma Inoue, he's in a 5-5 winning streak, and this is his division per se, di ba, 118, and Jerwin is just going here sa division na ito. So, all factors considered, I think that's fair naman. It's not about Jerwin being underestimated, but the numbers and and the analytics say na okay lang to, ganito lang talaga for now.
So, Sir GM, alam naman po natin na si Jerwin ng Kahas is masyado na napiga sa 115. Do you think that Jerwin ng Kahas is now a much better fighter? Do you think na mas lalo siya nag-improve? Mas lalo ba siya lalakas dito sa 118 pounds division?
No doubt yon. Kasi, like, kausap ko nga sila Sean, kausap ko sila, sinabi ko naman to, marami beses na, there was a time na they were just really like, the weight cut was just taxing on him. It was just punishing him mentally and physically, yung weight cut na yun. And not only did the weight cut punish him so badly, the next day, he has to follow that 10-pound stipulation ng IBF wherein he can't gain more than that. No, so kumbaga dalawang beses siya nagwe-weigh in. So that really took a toll on him. At the end of the day, really, the Jerwin ng Kahas that we have seen competing the past few years in the super flyweight division was not really 100% Jerwin ng Kahas kasi hindi naman siya nakapag-recover ng maayos eh. Ito maraming beses ko na sinabi at kinuwento ko na noon, nung nag-uusap kami after the fight, sinasabi niya talaga sa akin, sir, hindi ko na alam kung kakain ako or iinom ako ng tubig kasi test ko ng weigh-in, there was a time, sabi niya, uminom lang ako ng kaprasong tubig, hindi pa siya kumakain, di ba? Naka 6 pounds na siya. Magwi-weigh-in pa siya kinabukasan. Paano na? Di ba? So, when you look at the human body, if you study this winter, ang recovery, ang repair ng katawan ng tao ay nangyayari yan during our sleep. So, ano nangyayari pagtas ng weigh-in niya? Supposedly, nakapag-recuperate na siya, natutulog siya, hindi pa rin siya fully recovered. So, yung katawan niya, ganun pa rin, bugbog pa rin going to that fight. So, we haven't been getting the best of Jerwin ng Kahas the last few years of his defenses and his last few fights. When was the last time we've seen him na 100%? Talagang hindi mo na halos makita. Dito sa 118, not only is he more comfortable making that weight cut to 118 pounds, at the same time, he's going to recover at his 100% to his full potential. So napakaganda nito. We will see how he performs on Saturday, but I think we have a very, very strong chance of winning this fight. And I believe he's going to win this fight.
Yes, Sir JM. So far, maraming kinakabahan sa laban na to. And of course, ganun din po doon sa co-main event. Isagway ko lang, Sir JM, Junto Nakatani against Alexandro Santiago Barrios. What is your thoughts on that fight?
Actually, ang ganda, very intriguing itong fight na to because I've been saying this, I've said this many times ago na yung Alexandro Santiago is just really an underrated fighter. I picked him to beat Nonito Donaire and he did. The guy is just, throughout his career, has been unappreciated. Against Junto Nakatani, nako, ito naman legit na, hindi mo na sabihin prospect, ito division champion na, he's going for the third division world championship. I think they're a good fit for each other. They're a good test for each other. And with Nakatani going up to 118, okay, against an underrated, unappreciated fighter in Santiago, I think he will be surprised. I think this might be the biggest test yet of his career, if I may say. This might turn out to be the biggest, because you can never underestimate Alexandro Santiago. Ang galing, may bilis, not much power, but the way he paces himself, he has speed, the way he throws his combination, he has that overhand, he knows when to turn it on, he knows when to be aggressive, he knows when to throw, tricky punches, yung mga feints niya. So magaling. But then again, ang galing din ng Katani, mabigat din yung kamay. Both fighters, they really haven't been stopped in their career, and you have Nakatani and undefeated. So I think it's a great matchup. If I am going to base it from previous performances, last performances, I think I don't know the odds, but I think Nakatani might be the favorite here based on their last performances, given na yung kasi yung world title reign din ni Alexandro Santiago coming from an old Donaire rin eh. So, if people are not convinced yet of his world title reign, I cannot blame them. So, nevertheless, I think it's a very good fight. That's something that I'm looking forward to sa Saturday din, other than sa Angkahas.
Yes, Sir JM. So, before natin tatapusin, Sir JM, kasi alam ko, busy ka ngayon, nandiyan ka ngayon sa Tokyo, Japan. What is your official and final prediction for this fight between Jerwin Angkahas and Takuma Inoue?
I think Jerwin wins this fight by decision, via decision. I think he wins this. I think he does enough to win it on the scorecards. Ang hirap kasi mag-predict sa laban na ito kasi unang-una, yung styles nila, supposedly, hindi dapat magme-mesh yung style nitong dalawang ito eh. And at the same time, we haven't seen, really, this is going to be the first time in a long while na makikita natin of course, nakita natin siya against Wilner Soto. That's what, 122? Catch weight yun, di ba? That's not really bantamweight. This is really the first time that we're seeing Jerwin Angkahas compete, in this division. It's not his bantamweight debut by all means kasi earlier in his career he fought in bantamweight, but this is the first time we're seeing him at bantamweight, and we are going to see, I think, yung 100% Jerwin. But we're yet to see that. Kumbaga kumbaga prediction, we don't have the facts on hand yet, wala pa tayong basis. So everything considered, I think Jerwin takes this fight by decision.
Yes, thank you again, Sir GM, for the time. Kahit na busy ka, binigyan mo pa rin po ako ng oras para dito sa fight analysis ito, short fight analysis. So, ingat kayo dyan, Sir GM, sa Japan, and hopefully, we will have a new WBA Bantamweight World Champion, and kauna-unahang Pilipino na susubok ngayong taon na maging World Champion. So, thank you po ulit, Sir GM, and ingat po kayo dyan.
Okay, salamat.
Thank you po.